So it doesn't look like much. I know. But there's a thing over here that says GoingGear. So it sounds pretty full. I know it's a GoingGear box. Normally it comes in a nice green box that says GoingGear. It's gonna be really funny if inside this is the GoingGear green box. Maybe they're just being economical. But what I have, which I'm assuming it is, because I don't know what else it would be, is my GoingGear Premium for August. And it is GoingGear, yay! Sorry, that was a ridiculous voice. Won't do it again. Well, I can't promise that. I love GoingGear, guys, and I've said this a number of times. GoingGear is one of my top favorite subscriptions now. Because it is different. We do change speeds a little bit from all of the tactical, outdoors, survival, camping, all that stuff. And we're just looking at stuff we can EDC. Everyday carry, stuff we can use what is this? So it's one big box. I don't know what's in there. But it's stuff that we can use, EDC-wise. And I always love seeing a Kaiser box. And I literally do use a lot of my EDC gear, GoingGear stuff, my GoingGear EDC box stuff, all the time. It is one of, like, when people ask me for a recommendation on a subscription, it's hard to just throw one out there, because they're different. They have different stuff. But in terms of EDC stuff, I'm not so much a fan of this thing. We've seen this before. But anyway, I've gotten some of my favorite actual gear from the GoingGear EDC Club. So I say that all up front because people ask me, they're like, what do you really like? What do you really, really like in subscriptions? And but people often ask me to compare subscriptions. You just cannot compare one for one. So this is a little bit different. So anyway, in the GoingGear EDC Club, we've got a total of 5 different items. So in the standard, the smaller level, you got 1, 2, 3, and then you got two more in the premium. And I am so excited to see what we've got. So I'm gonna go up the card. You know, we're gonna save the premium items for the end. So I think we got to put these guys away for now. I'm in a good mood. I spent the entire day all on the shop just sandblasting to prepare 22 matched sets of row tactical upper and lower receivers. We're gonna do some amazing work in the shop. So anyway, this is part of, so the Kaiser, okay, I'm sorry, the Kaiser is part of the standard box. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna start with this whole thing. I'm done talking about just not the stuff. Let's start with the Tactica camping card multi-tool. All right. Last time I looked at this, I cannot remember what box it was in. I said I wasn't really a fan, and other people chimed in and said they really, really like this thing. I still am probably not a big fan. Just because I don't use these multi all-in-one, these super multi-tool card. And yeah, I mean, I know it's not a card like a rectangle, but that's what it's intended as, all-in-one kind of card. But there, you know what? So I don't always agree, or people don't always agree with me. I don't agree with them, but I have to listen to when people tell me like, "Hey, you got something wrong," and take a look. So I still don't know how I feel about this thing as a whole. But so number one, I think it's really interesting that you've got this sundial thing on there, which you don't see often in a piece of gear at all. So what you would do is you would put a stick or something in there, and then it's got markings on it. And of course, you know, you should know how sundial works. You have to sort of know a little bit, but it shows you, you know, based on the shadow of the stick or something, roughly what time it is. So you may not live in a place where the sun ever is directly overhead at noon, but at noon, generally the sun should be at its highest point in the sky. I'm not smart enough to tell you, you know, the astrophysics stuff. I know sometimes it changes, but in general, we say noon is the sun is at the highest point in the sky, so that should shine there. And then, you know, the other times. So that's interesting because you don't normally see that. You don't normally see that in other things. So it's also got a bottle opener, of course, because what is any tool without a bottle opener these days? Useless. That's what. But this is not, because it has the bottle opener, so we're happy. This is for striking your ferro rod right there. Why it's got to be serrated, I don't know, but it is. Rope cutter, line cutter right there. Okay. You've got a metric ruler. You've got a flat screwdriver. That is a very, very small flat screwdriver, but there it is. Can opener. So remember the video on using camping can openers? You could, so this pivots slightly, so you could get this on the lip of the can and then work that way. Which is cool that it actually does that. I didn't realize that at first that it worked like that. But so it's got a pry bar over here. You've got a tent peg puller. That's what they say. I don't know. Inch ruler, as opposed to your metric ruler. A rope tensioner. You know, if you're going to use this whole thing to tension a rope and to tie it in there, you can do that. So it weighs 35 grams. You know, do the math there. It's very lightweight. What kind of metal is this? Designed in Australia, made in China. Is your rope tensioning thing. I'm looking for what kind of metal it's made of. And I do not see, and I'm not about to start web searching right now. I'm in a really good mood, and I don't want to ruin it. But as I have said, there are, free lifetime warranties, so that's always good. At least they back up their product. That's cool. There are people that last time I reviewed this thing, and I was like, kind of like, poo-poo. They jumped in and said, listen, you got to try it out. It's actually a very useful thing to have. I'm not debating whether or not it's really useful. It's not the kind of thing that I would typically use. I'm probably going to give this one away to one of my Patreon folks because, you know, I'd rather have it in their hands if they can use it. Great. And I'm doing some giveaways for them right now anyway. So there's that. So I'm going to put it in the meh. I'm going to put it in meh because I recognize it has uses. It's just not something I'm prone to use. So anyway, let's move on. So they give this a value of $34.95, by the way. They give it a value of that on the paper. I'm not saying it's worth that or not. I don't know. CountyCom screw keyring set. That's interesting. The screw keyring set. That's got to be this. $8.95. Simple concept of a screwdriver on your keyring is not new. They say that. It says it right there. I'm reading it. I'm reading the cue card. This is the cue card. It's the thing. Okay. I realized somebody was going to take that literal if I didn't. Nobody has made a high-quality keyring screwdriver for the last 10 years until now. Well, what is the schmutz? What is the schmutz on this? What are these made of? Do we know? Do we know? I don't know. But it's exactly like it said. It is keyring to quarter-inch bits that are then flattened out into keyrings. This is killing me. What is on these? I mean, probably something to keep them from rusting and corroding. But if you're into simplicity, I guess, to a Phillips head and a flathead. And instead of having to carry a multi-tool around, I could see the appeal to this. Very simple tools. Oh no, I'm not bending them by hand. No siree. Nope. Keep these on your EDC keys, in your bag, or in your car, where you put them. We're sure they will come in handy. Not bad. Not bad to have. At $8.95, like, you know, $4.50 each. Still think that's a little much, but interesting. I wonder, you probably couldn't put this in a key bar or anything like that. It's not flat enough. Interesting little item. I'd want to carry it around, honestly, and just see how useful it got. I like that it's so, not only is it flattened out, by the way, so that you can put it on your keys, but it gives you a little bit of a grab, a little bit of leverage, and then you can always put something through that hole, almost like a, you know, like a tension bar or a pry bar or something, but small. Give yourself a twist with some leverage. Interesting idea. Interesting idea. Put it right there. Now, the top item in the regular size box, we've got the Kaiser Assassin. Now this looks like the regular Kaiser box, not the Kaiser Vanguard, which is kind of a lower end version. It's a lower end product line from Kaiser. Still all the Kaiser quality and production and stuff. I see 154 cm blade, micarta green and steel liner. That's all cool. Designed by Carlos Elsner. I've heard the name. I don't think I have anything else by him. Ambidextrous deep carry pocket clip, micarta handles, red or green. So this could come in red or green. I got green. Oh, that looks pretty nice, actually. Oh, it's a button lock. I don't remember seeing that. And extra screws, just in case. And then, well, I think most of us have seen this, but you know what? Maybe you haven't. So you get your Kaiser product card with all the nice pictures and information and warranty info and stuff. And then you always get your little microfiber cloth. These things have gotten a little cheap over what they were. They used to be a bit thicker, a bit softer. They were softer once upon a time. They used to be a bit thicker, a bit bigger, and a bit softer. But at least you still get it. And so now is this 154 cm? So this is 154 cm, not CPM 154. That's two different, very similar steels, but two different steels. Very smooth micarta. Very, bless you, Aiden. Very, not a lot of grip there, but nice pocket clip. Like pocket clip, reversible left to right. Love the metal backspacer. Check that out. That gives you some decent weight to it. Nice big lanyard hole. Flipper tab, obviously. Let's push button it. Nice drop point blade. Beautiful light tumble finish on there. And a button lock, which makes it all sorts of fun to play with. Let's light switch it. Oh, I definitely like, oh man, that detent's got to catch. You got to catch detent. There we go. Definitely like it as a light switch flipper. Beautiful. And once again, EDC sized, because with this box, we are thinking EDC. Now, I love the size to thickness ratio of the blade stock. That is a really nice, solid EDC feel to it. Great jimping down the spine. And again, a little small. Wow. Going through puberty with the voice crack in there. Sorry. A little small, but again, EDC sized. Oh, and you can one-hand it. The detent, if you don't get your finger off that button right away, though, that detent has a little trouble catching. But for EDC size, you know, and work, it feels just about right. And it comes out of the box nice and smooth. I still feel like I want to put this on a strop. I think I'm going to skip the diamond stone, but just give it a little strop just to get it in perfect shape. Very nice work by Kaiser. The only thing that can make it a little bit better is if it was in jade. Skeletonized liners to lighten it up for you. Has a value on the card of $69. This definitely goes in. I like it for sure. So awesome. And then the extra screws, of course. Kaiser is just a really... I remember when they were little. When they were a little brand. Not as big as they are now. So 3 items in the standard box, which I realize now you can't see on screen, but I'll fix that. So, other people really like it. I'm like, these are curious to me. Could have some value there. I might actually just clean these up in the shop and Cerakote them just so they're protected and everything. Maybe I'll actually put them on my keys. Couldn't hurt to have. And a beautiful Kaiser. Love it. Let's see now what we've got moving up to the premium box. So, Rive. Or is it Rive? I saw that and I was like, that looks like Revolt. Rive the Lightning. Okay. Designed in California, which means it's probably made in China. Otherwise, they'd tell you made. But it says designed in California, and it doesn't tell you it causes 8 different kinds of cancer. So you also, yeah, there you go. I've never heard of Rive. The Rive promise is to provide the absolute best knife in the weight class. We challenge you to find a better pound-for-pound, dollar-for-dollar opponent. Sounds like a challenge. Oh, good. Look at... Isn't that the Revolt Isn't that the symbol that Revolt knives had? I don't know. I could be wrong. Well, let's take a look. So, we've got all of the specs here. AUS 8 Japanese steel. I don't know if it's cryo treated or not. That makes a difference. G10 and aluminum handle. Overall 5 inches. Blade length is 2 inches. 2.3 ounces. It's a frame lock. Has a little tiny bit of weight to it. That is smaller than I was thinking. You know, and the specs are right there, but sometimes when you read the numbers, you don't get a real sense of it. That is little. That is the kind of thing you can put on your keys and carry around. Since it's a frame lock, well, that's okay. So they call it a frame lock. I don't really consider this to be a frame lock. By the way, they said it, not me. Let me make sure. Yeah, lock type frame lock. I don't consider that to be a frame lock. But what I do like is that no matter how you hold this thing, your fingers are not prone. So this is a thing with frame locks, especially little ones. You might accidentally press down and put pressure on that lock, preventing the blade from opening nicely. That's not going to happen here because this is actually more like a sublock. You know, this is like an inset liner lock. This is not necessarily a real true frame lock. Maybe that just got lost in translation. I don't know. Are they numbered though? That's pretty cool. Utility style blade there. It's a little guy. It is smooth. Just like the Kaiser, this one maybe I would give it just a little run over a very fine diamond and then strop it. With the size, I thought maybe it would be a little awkward just functionally and mechanically manipulating this little thing with hands, but nope, not really. It functions just fine. Bright orange aluminum, so I'm thinking automatically all sorts of stuff. This would look great in a gun candy finish. Just sandblast it and torch it to anodize it, although I tried to do that on something recently that I believed was flat out aluminum, but it had a high zinc content, so it just melted. That was pretty funny. Forgot what I did that on. But that was great. But this is an interesting little thing. Now, they say $80. I don't know if $80, you know, if I saw this in a catalog or something, or even a store going for $80, I don't know if I'd pay that. Once again, size to blade stock thickness, pretty nice. Looks solid. Something I would honestly think about. Look, I have dangly keys anyway. I might think about putting this on my keys since it's got no clip. I might think about milling this out for a little clip. You know, drilling some holes and then tapping it and putting like a hinderer clip on there or something. Or at least a lanyard to keep it findable in my pocket. But that's an interesting knife. I'm gonna have to do a little checking to see if Rive is just a rebranded Revolt. But I could theoretically like this, even though it's tiny. I'd have to take it to the shop and see. It does come to a very nice point right there. So when I'm doing utility type work in the shop, this could be a go-to. But we'll see. We'll find out. What I really want to check out now is the big item, $109 value, MuZen Wild Mini, a rugged wireless speaker. You know what? More. It cuts tape, huh? Now, I listen to, I think I've said this before, I listen to Audible all the time in the shop. I usually am doing, like when I'm working on stuff, that's what I'm doing all day long. What actual model this is right now, off the top of my head, I don't know. But these are in my ears more often than not when I'm at the shop doing stuff. They're great. They're noise canceling. And shop is a very noisy place. So I love listening to, I don't listen to music so much when I'm working anymore. I listen to, you know, Audible audiobooks. I learn stuff all day long. So I'm used to this. Now, if this has some great sound quality, the thing is, you know, over the course of 8 or 9 hours, this does make, you know, my ear holes, you do sometimes get a little sore and a little, you know, having these things shoved in there, and I got to take them out when I have to deal with customers and everything. If this is something, oh, it comes with a little gift bag. That's nice. If this is a speaker that I can actually use in an environment like the shop where there's dust and everything flying around. Oh, and this, okay. Wild mini portable Bluetooth speaker. Looks like something from Fallout, so automatically I kind of like it. And this is just the box. We haven't even gotten there yet. Oh, it is little. Oh man, that thing is heavy. This looks like a cross between something a real Geardo might strap to their rifle, and something from Fallout that might be. Is there anything else in here? Is there like? There is. Look, there's USB. I'm guessing for charging. And Aiden, you got to check out this little speaker. You're gonna love it. And instructions. Look at this USB speaker. Oh, this doesn't look like it came right out of Fallout.
Yeah, it looks like something that would be strapped onto your Pip-Boy.
I got to figure out how it all works. They certainly get an A+ for packaging. Now, does this have a light on it? Is that... This has a clicky sound that I like. I like the weight on this. So there's your volume. 1964 Adventure. What's this? Oh, yep, okay, so... I don't know how to fully turn this on yet. This looks like this should open. This is probably how you charge it and everything. Everything on this thing clicks. This turns. All right, I need to figure this all out. It's got a track switch, a volume knob, a loudspeaker. That's it. A strap hole. USB charging port. But you know what also I like about this? This is heavy enough that it's just not going to get knocked over. Yes, it is. I was just going to say it won't get knocked over. It might. But if I put it like that, nothing's going to mess with it. It's got rubber feet on this side and the back. IPX5 rated, so you can leave it out in the rain. It doesn't have a lot of dust. I mean, it should be moderately, like it's you know, I can use it in the shop. It's not, I wouldn't throw it in a dust storm or anything. The big thing is I need to know how to use it. Long press the power switch. Oh, there we go. See, when you read the instructions, it helps dramatically. That's a little light. Does it do any? Oh, it dims. It's flashing. It's SOS. That's a slow-ass SOS. And there's a... So you basically get SOS, where you get this level of light, or a slightly dimmer light. Okay. Oh. That's an easier way to do it. You just click down on it. It's still not turning off. Okay, I got it. I'm not smarter than the equipment I was working with. So apparently, so this is now, it's trying to pair with Bluetooth stuff. That's what that flash is. Let me turn that off. All right, so the flashlight is you click it down. That's what that is. And then you hold it down, turn it off. Got it. Got it. Let me pair it up real quick with a phone so we can hear something. So I'm gonna hold it down again. And I guess that is the pairing noise. So let me go to my my connections here. It's available. We'll pair it. Still pairing. I'm doing this in real time so you guys can see. Yes, please pair. All right, it's connected. It's connected for audio.
The political officer's head in his strong fisherman's hands. The captain drove his neck downward to the sharp...
It's playing Red Storm Rising. No, it's playing The Hunt for Red October.
The point. In the same instant, Rami is pushed down on the man's chest. An unnecessary gesture. With the sickening crackle of bones, Ivan Putin's neck broke, his spine severed at the level of the second cervical vertebra. A perfect
Now, is this the track button?
fracture. The political officer had no time to react. The nerves to his body below the neck were instantly cut off. Off to the wall. Ramius saw the face flash with recognition.
This is how you...
Then darken. He reached open and shut without a sound.
Oh my god, so this is... So on Audible anyway.
An unnecessary gesture.
This is how you can go fast forward or slow. These are the tracks.
I think will be interesting diversificating us, I think. The exercise, he said to himself.
Yeah. So
9 squares.
And this is player pause. I figured this out pretty quick.
Kilometers. We shall see.
All right. So this actually, that's pretty good audio quality. Pretty good quality. And it sounds like it gets loud enough for me to put it where I'm going to be and listen to stuff without having to have that in my ear the whole time. Wow, that is very tight, and yes, sealed gasket right there for the charging. I guess that's just letting me know it's working. And I'm gonna, let's see, close. Is that just letting me know it's paired? Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. I like this because now it's not steampunk, but it is like it. If I were to glue this into a military vehicle, it would just kind of like in the cockpit of like a C-130, an MC-130. You'd have to go through like a whole checklist of like going over all this stuff before you notice this wasn't supposed to be there. Like, it looks cool. It's got a cool look. I like it. And again, something I can use, EDC. I can take it out camping. I can take it to the shop. I could use it around the house. Nice. Nice. Cool. It took me a little bit to figure it out. I actually had to read instructions, and you know how much I hate that. But once I did, it worked pretty good. And I like that when you open it up, if you want, you can put it in a little, if you are giving it as a gift, you can put it in a little gift bag. I don't know, that's kind of cool. I love the packaging for it. So yeah, that's cool. $109. I don't know. Ooh, these are some very big do not eat bubbles. I don't know how much that goes for, how much a good Bluetooth, it's solid, it's metal, it's all metal, it's not plastic. I don't know how much that would, how much you guys pay for, like, I've had some cheap ass Bluetooth speakers from boxes before that were all plastic, they've all broken. I like this guy. I really do like this one. It's cool. It's geek level. It's geek level infinity. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, what do you guys think? Because it's all metal, if I find a way to disassemble this thing, without messing it up, and I can take this shell off, I can Cerakote this whatever color I want. Anyway, so I'm happy with this box once again. Like I said, but love this Kaiser. I think I could get along with this Rive. I think so. These have some potential. I'll mess with them a little bit, but this speaker is awesome. Great EDC item to have. Yes, it is heavy, by the way. It is heavy, though. So, but awesome. I love this box. I love this box. I always put a link in the video description to this one. Why don't I put them in the video? Why don't I always put a link to everything? Because there are some things I'm used to people constantly asking me for links for. This is one of them. People are like, why don't you put a link to this? There'll be a link to this in the video description. You can go check it out. Anyway, what do you guys think of this month? 2 knives, sweet speaker, could be useful, and useful. Other people have said it's very useful. I haven't really used it that much, but yeah. I'm super excited when GoingGear gets here. Very nerdy of me, but especially on this one. But I started playing Fallout 4 all over again, and this just hits perfect right now. So anyway, guys, can't wait to see your opinions on this stuff. Thanks for joining me through this one. The EDC club is, to me, it's some of my best money spent. It really is. So looking forward to your opinions. You guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. and I'll be back again real soon.